Hi, welcome. This is we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club today. This is my girlfriend Tati.
Hi.
In case you were unaware. So what we're doing today, I know a little bit more about this game than she does, but neither of us have actually played it before. So what we're gonna do today is, I think I'm gonna let you mostly tackle the game. There's a lot of reading, so I'll we can narrate and stuff, but
Okay, you're good at that.
Yeah, but it's it's mostly like a visual novel type thing, so you'll make dialogue choices and read stuff and talk to characters and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be fun. Also, I don't have the chat up right now because I don't want the chat to spoil anything or potentially, I guess, sway any of your choices. So,
Gotcha.
So I am gonna be reading the chat on my phone every so often. So definitely, if there's something that's too loud or too quiet or something, and we need to fix something, just let us know, and I'll be reading that. But for the most part, I know she's not gonna be paying attention to chat. I'll read it a little bit, but we're not really gonna be paying too much attention to it. Let me see if you've got a light
on
your face. I don't know which window that's
it's
coming
this
from.
one.
This one right here? Or?
Yeah. I think you should turn the blind the other way, because those ones
Yeah.
are that way.
Okay, let me see if I can do that real quick. Ugh. You were really bright for a second.
I
Okay.
know.
Well, that didn't make a difference.
Well,
It's fine.
it's coming through the little holes of the
Okay.
line, so.
Yeah, let me, yeah, definitely let me know if the echo is bad. I might actually watch the stream a little bit just to make sure that the music isn't too loud. So, there's gonna be an echo for me, but... Okay, I think that's probably fine. So yeah, let's get started. Let me pull up the stream manager. Might turn this down just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's probably good. Let me turn us down maybe a little bit just 'cause,
Yeah, so not super loud.
yeah. Okay. All right, I think that's good. All right, let's get started. Let me see if I
I
can
literally have no idea anything about
full
this game.
screen and just make sure that didn't screw anything up. Oh, it kind of did. Okay, let me fix that. The screen. Also, let me make sure my alert. Okay, I'm gonna move the alert box to the other side. Okay.
So high tech.
A lot of stuff to worry about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Return. New game. Enter your name.
My name or a random name?
Whatever you want the name to be.
What should I do?
I don't know. It's up to you.
This is hard. I'll just do my name. We'll just go with the classic.
All right. Do you want to do that, or do you want?
Hi! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sorori catch up to me. Okay, you voice.
You want me to do her?
Yeah, go.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
That's you.
But, oh wait, sorry. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tati.
You're too good at that. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in me. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Tati, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? Oh, I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori?
That's
Oh,
still you.
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting in here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyways?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Dejectedly?
I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Do you want to do her or you want me to do her?
You do her because I do all like the inside my head stuff.
Okay. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Oh, I'm a boy. I didn't realize.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe you should like add a little bit of masculinity to yours since I'm doing like all the girls.
Okay, bet. Okay, I'm Tati.
Tati, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize.
Natsuki.
Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the only... Oh wait, she's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
There's always gotta be a Yuri.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tati. Monica smiles sweetly.
We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Tati. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry. I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged
All my girl
to form a
voices
table.
are like the same, but like just different,
slightly different.
different like tone and pitch and stuff.
It works because you got the pictures there.
Yeah.
As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, what?
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm responding to Luke in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So cute! I had no idea we were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this one before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
Hold on a second. Has it only been on this the whole time? Luke said he can't see the game, just the menu. Settings. Let's see, return, maybe that. Okay.
Bruh, they haven't even seen your character.
I should have watched the actual stream instead of... Oh my god. Alright, well, we made it this far, so...
Is it working now?
Well, keep reading. I'll watch the stream and see if it follows you when you,
Okay.
Yeah.
She carefully places a teacup in front
Thanks
of
for letting
each
us
of
know,
us
Luke.
before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Oh, it's working now?
Let me see. Okay, no, I don't think it is. I think it's a full screen thing, maybe, I guess. I don't know what it is about this specific game, but yeah, hold on. Let me maybe not. Let's unfull screen this, and then maybe it'll fix it. So, and then we can just.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay, it's working now.
It's good?
I think so. I hope so.
Check.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
we can see it in the background now.
Oh,
So-
oh.
Well, you know what I'll do probably is I'll just okay, there we go, and then I'll
Okay.
just watch the stream real quick as we continue to make sure it's still working. Okay, thank God Luke told me that. Imagine we went the whole fucking stream and just it was just on the
Yeah.
menu the whole time. Oh my God, we're already like a half hour in though.
Oh, wow.
You need a
Already?
second monitor. Luke, I know, I'm sorry, but I also said it's important for this one that Tati doesn't see the chat. Okay. That's you again.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Haha, I guess. I
Yeah, I
guess.
guess. That's you.
Right. I forgot all the other characters are me.
Yeah, literally all of them. All the girls.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Why is your voice so deep?
I was laughing.
That's not.
Insulted
Insulted
Yuri
Yuri looks
looks away.
away. That's me.
I meant that, you know. It's you.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're
Okay.
calling me out over here.
Shit. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I stumbled over my words a little bit. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Sorry.
Yeah, get comfy.
It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
Luke said Monica's riding with Biden.
Oh my god. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Tati, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
That could change. What am I saying? I spoke without... That's perfect. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. How seductive.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Good
Yuri...
move with the...
Oh yeah, this just happened. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading.
In your head, you're like...
She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Brian said, OMG, he has a GF. Impossible.
Who?
Brian fan.
Oh, wait, is he talking about you?
Yeah, hold on. I'm switching to Stream Manager so I can see some extra shit, but... yeah, thanks Brian for watching. And yes, she's here. Will I get banned from Twitch for that?
Is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
It's just
I know nothing
public
about
PDA.
Twitch.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
True.
Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
So Yuri sittles
Siddles.
up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand. Shit.
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Alright, Luke, we hope to see you back here later, I suppose. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming, but we're probably going to take a break to eat at some point.
Yeah.
Also, now that we're off reading for a second, I promised Gabe I would do this. I said I would wear this the first stream back after I bought it, but it's kind of wet because it didn't get dried after I watched. But Gabe has merch now, and if you don't buy it, then you're just not as cool as the people that have Skater799 merch and watch Skater799 every Monday and Friday on twitch.tv/Skater799. So Gabe, that's for you. You can go back and clip that yourself if you want, so you can have a free ad. Twitch.tv/skater799, you can buy that stuff. I was gonna wear it, but it's wet, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyway.
You're lying.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. See?
I know that we were sitting in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. I didn't know you could use it like that.
Me either.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tati?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... Tati?
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Tati, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Tati, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Okay, we should probably save. Just because we've
just in
gone a
case.
long time without saving. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, that's it? Okay. Alright.
Okay. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day
Happy spending every day after
school in a literature club?
I'm just thinking about it like in an anime, like every time it's like their inner thoughts. They're like the most nervous like anyone could ever possibly be.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. What is that supposed to mean? Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Do we get to write a poem?
Oh my god.
Yes.
No.
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good
Okay.
might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Oh, okay. So we pick.
Pick your favorite words. And
Okay.
who do you? I guess if you want to pick like which girl you want to impress the most, you can pick words that you think they would like based on their personality.
Okay, so let's go with. I'm trying to debate if I want to go for Yuri or Natsuki.
Not Sayori, huh?
Sayori. I feel like we've already impressed her. Okay, let's do something like deep, eternity. We've got water.
Tragedy.
Oh, tragedy. I like that one. Sticky.
Ew.
We got ocean.
Ocean man.
We got vertical.
Vertigo. Vertical. Deep. The direction up and down.
Heaven sent.
Heaven sent.
We've got.
Crimson is a very powerful word.
I
But
like-
Starscape is also
I
kind
know,
of
I'm
like
kinda
ethereal,
leaning-
so like
I feel like that was my first option too, so let's go with it. We've got Inferno. How about some
determination. Undertale.
Undertale, where?
No, the determination is like an Undertale, like.
Oh. Okay.
Infallible.
Okay, we'll bring that in.
Yeah,
then.
bring that in there.
Okay, because I'm going for like darker words because
Yeah.
I'm going for Yuri, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so like what contamination? We've got what incongruent.
Incongruent.
Ooh, let's go with
Pleasure.
low key like
Lust.
lust.
Yeah.
Now we do Doki Doki. Roll
Oh my god,
credits.
roll credits.
Cry. We've got
Boop.
I love that. Boop. We've got rain cloud.
Nice.
Maybe some giggle.
Giggle.
Philosophy. I hate that class, so we'll go with
Hope your professor doesn't see this.
oh wait, we got imagination, and then we could do.
Imagination.
Ooh,
Melancholy.
I like melancholy.
I kind of want to like go get my chair from downstairs because like my back kind of hurts from leaning
Let's go
over.
climax because we're at the end.
Yeah, I don't want to
You're
get
gonna
us.
get it.
Yeah. I can wait a little longer.
Okay.
Let's save again because we just finished our first poem.
Do I click this?
Let's do like. I don't know if we want to keep saving in the same slot. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, just click on the slot we just. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then just hit return.
Save.
No, hit return on the bottom. Yeah.
Cat.
Hi again, Tati. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word.
I'm a man of my word.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Everybody else is already hanging out. Alright, I'm just double checking that we're doing okay. Okay.
Scooter.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tati. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. She just like freaks out.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Tati always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. It's so weird that they're referring to Tati as a guy.
I know.
He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
So you're right, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh.
How come? I just always forget. How come? You and Tati can become good friends too.
So you're... As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the
As
weird
usual.
situation she just put into me.
She just put into me.
Oops.
Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori.
Eh? Me?
For me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
I guess that means it's up to me.
It's mine.
It's-
Alright. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise.
Brian, I don't know what that means.
And it'll make me happy no matter what.
Like Brian Higa. Yes. Yes. But it's 4 different versions of the same character every time. Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a good book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she likes. She thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. The music changed.
Who's your favorite so far?
Probably Sayori.
Really?
'Cause she's
I thought you
fun.
would have said Yuri because we spent more time with her and you wrote the poem for her.
Oh, I guess, but she's like, I feel like our characters vibe, but Sayori, like, for me personally,
Yeah.
she's like,
I like Natsuki because she's the most fun to voice.
Yeah.
It's just like,
she's so like,
I could just take my one girl voice to the extreme and just be sassy with it.
Exactly.
And have an attitude.
she's so angsty.
Yeah.
That's you?
Oh yeah.
Crap.
Oh crap!
I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. That was yours.
Yeah.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry.
Sorry.
I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. Oh, wait. That's you.
Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of
Markov.
Yeah. That. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out.
I love her
nowhere.
look right now. She's like,
you know what? That's probably what it is. Like all the other girls are like so like, haha, like cute and stuff, and Yuri's like low-key crazy.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like so cute, and then I know
she's
just,
super
like,
low-key, like insane.
sadistic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's like so out of character for her.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Tati?
No, it's not
Were you a
that.
pussy?
I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. It's such a mouthful.
That is so creepy.
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again.
You know, I wouldn't really
Stupid.
I wouldn't expect anything, but I'm kind of like I wonder where this is gonna go, because the beginning literally was like, this is not for kids. If you have depression or anxiety, do not play this game. So I'm like, okay.
Don't date Yuri.
Yeah,
if you have
date
depression
Yuri.
or anxiety, don't date
Alright,
Yuri.
I gotta lead more towards
I'm sorry.
sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Where I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true. In fact... Oh, right.
No, in fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What do you say?
What you saying?
Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. That gulp worked. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah?
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just it's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright. All day!
I open the book and start the prologue. Bro, I want to read the poems.
How much do you know about it? That's actually why I don't have the chat up.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
nothing.
Blind.
I literally don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna save it again just in case.
Yes,
Because I
good
do
idea.
not want to have to go through that again.
Yes.
That was a long conversation. Okay.
Good call.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
I knew this was gonna...
Stupid!
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Like that.
Also, hi, Agatha CKI. I don't know how you pronounce that last part, but thank you for being here. We're not paying too much attention to the chat because we're well, mostly just to avoid spoilers, but
we're getting really sucked into the story
Yeah.
and the characters.
yeah. But thank you very much for being here. Oh yeah, that's me.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy.
That's my line.
I know, you didn't read it.
I was taking dramatic pause. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
This is such a weird angle. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
That's very specific.
I do the same with my right arm on this right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually like... Wait.
It's actually like kind of distracting me.
It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
That is so weird. Eh?
Eh? Like a Canada?
Like a Canada?
To turn the page.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think I got a bit distracted
You're
for a
just gonna do
second.
Canadian accent.
I glanced over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
This sounds oddly sexual.
It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
And a little condescending.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
I'll slow down for you.
You don't usually read, do you? You don't know how to read.
You're not really good at this reading thing, right? Don't worry, I got you. I can slow down. Yeah. Thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Sorry, I also don't read. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of other ways. But she also second guesses all the time that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of you, of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remained silent for a moment.
But Tati, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it for it to be in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were
Jeez,
self-conscious
I didn't really think you were
about
that self-conscious.
about that sort of thing. I guess I meant it more of it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? That's Monica. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Finally.
We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning.
In that case,
just
kidding. Sorry,
excuse me.
no, maybe if you read it.
In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Your bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. So, I do the same myself.
It's poem time. Who should you show your poem to?
Oh, we're not doing it like everyone at once?
Nope.
I guess Sayori because she's my bestie. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
This is a good poem, Tati. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good.
Shut up.
Yeah, right. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Am I that kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right.
That's you.
Yeah, I know. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Tati. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori.
Sayori?
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blind... Yeah, let me go up a bit. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Man, I want breakfast. I want dinner. I'm starving in real life.
You're hungry?
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry too.
My mom's bringing us pub subs, so...
When?
I don't know. I'll text her. But when that happens, we're gonna take a break.
Mm.
And eat.
Sayori?
What?
This is just a guess. Oh, wait.
You're like,
Sayori.
I
my God.
I thought it was.
I thought it was Sayori's turn, and since you
And I
were
wasn't-
doing
yeah.
it, so I was doing it, but then I realized that it actually was me.
Okay.
This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about
Man,
myself.
he's so mean to Sayori.
For real, she's so nice.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or should I put it, it just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Who next?
Oh, Monica.
Hi, Tati. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Tati. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's sort of the barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Tati. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
I want to read our poem.
Yeah.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some
A for
effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Oh wait, that is me.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Sure.
Everyone says that.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, with a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in.
Hashtag deep.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Well, what was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright,
Next.
let's go nuts, okay?
You're gonna do Yuri last?
Yeah.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a bit blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Here I
And
am.
Yuri.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Eh? What was it?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a deep breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down even more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part. It takes you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. What does it say?
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
Deep.
Hashtag deep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
were.
Yeah, what did you say?
But it took you a long time to read.
It did though. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story... Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tati.
Really?
Oh,
I must have totally missed the
redeemed
point.
hydrate, so we got a drink.
What does that mean?
People get stream points for watching the stream, and they can spend it on stuff. And pretty much the only one I have is hydrate. So, whenever somebody redeems it, we got to take a sip of water. Thanks for that, Gabe. Also, you should bless the chat with Bob Ross if you're so inclined.
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
She is kind of condescending.
Yeah, right? This bitch.
Yeah.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really.
Bitch!
Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tati.
Ah, me too. Bruh, what was my poem?
We don't get to know. Thanks, Gabe. We needed that. We needed to have a Bob Ross moment. Only the good streams are blessed with Bob Ross.
I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Tati did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
Bro, this is a literature club. You would think they'd be more, like, open for criticism.
Yeah. It's getting so dark in here that, like
oh my god, yeah, we look like...
Just the sun went down while we were... Well, I think pretty soon, once this day is over, we're gonna go and take a break and eat and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it again just in case.
We'll save it again once this day is over. Yeah. I guess, do you have to be home at a certain time? Because, like...
I don't think so. I mean,
Because, like, we could come back to it after we're done with everything, but I would put it on, like, the break screen, but we're probably going to be gone for a while.
Yeah,
So
if
we might as well
anything,
just end it and then come back later if we can.
We'll come back later, or we'll definitely do it
yeah.
on Thursday.
We're not going to end it up just yet, but, like, at the end of this day.
Yeah, we're gonna finish our sequence.
Yeah.
And Tati liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
I was like, what happened to the music? I was kind of startled.
Yeah. That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Tati appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tati started showing up.
Oh.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Tati, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Ladies.
There's plenty of me to go around.
There's plenty of Tati to get around.
What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tati. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tati? Well?
Yeah. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, it's going to be... Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Tati? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's making her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay?
Why should we...
I would hate to see her get herself hurt. But
That makes 2 of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. Bruh, wasn't he up with Yuri?
yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Tati, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you've learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Tati! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Tati, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see about what the future holds, Sayori. I pass Sayori on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm Sayori.
Yeah, you're Sayori. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay. I think, well, let's go ahead and save it. And I think right here is where we're going to end off for now. So I guess if you're not going anywhere, we can just eat and take a little break and then come back later. But I am going to end the stream now, so if you'd like to know when we're going back, when we're going live again, to continue this, make sure that you follow this channel. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. When we come back, we'll definitely have better lighting and everything, and I'm gonna get myself a chair because I'm just leaning over like this and it's starting to hurt my back. But yeah, I'm really hungry.
Me too.
So
Are they here? Is the food here?
yeah. So we're gonna go eat and take a break. We'll probably be back later tonight. Make sure you follow to be updated on when we go live again. But regardless, thank you very much for watching and being here.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. This is so fun.
Wow.